Hey everyone, I'm Stefan. This is Graham.
Hello.
This is Travis.
Hey.
And we're three different ones. Last year we compiled a massive list of albums and talk about them for your enjoyment. We also take requests, so just leave the name of an album in our comments section if you want to hear us review it. And today is a requested episode, and it is Day and Age by The Killers. This is their third album, came out about 13 years ago. It's a little more pop influenced. This is I guess you'd call Day and Age like it's kind of dance rock, but there's also a lot of synth on there. How would y'all classify this album?
Real quick, I cut out for like several seconds. If y'all just heard silence,
You're good.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I used to listen to the Killers a lot in middle school and high school, and they've always, kind of had a little bit of that synthy '80s pop vibe. I don't know. I had never listened to this album, and it sounded like the Killers.
Yes, for sure.
Nice.
They kind of have their own thing. Yeah. It's that killer vibe, man.
Yes.
That killer genre.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was surprised that this came out in 2008 because I kind of, I was into them. I remember Sam's Town in 2006.
Of course.
That was a good album.
Was Hot Fuzz them too?
Yeah, 2004 was Hot Fuss.
Fuss, not Fuzz. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a film, I think, right, Stefan?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Is that the one that had Mr. Broitzoid?
It does. So yeah, it's their first one. Got Mr. Brightside, Smile Like You Mean It. Somebody told me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's them.
Dance rock's pretty spot on, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some kind of dancey beats on this album, I'd
Very,
say.
very poppy.
Oh yes, it's a lot pretty easy to listen to. I'd say this is a very approachable album.
Mm-hmm.
We usually say this for the end, but I think if you're looking to get into the Killers, I think this would be a good place to start.
Yeah. It's like Graham
Well,
said, it feels pretty Killers.
Yes.
I don't
Killer
know,
rap.
man. I might recommend people start with that first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just loop Mr. Brightside.
And I mean, the second one I remember liking a lot. When You Were Young and
Oh yeah, that's
Bones,
right.
and gosh, there was another song that I really liked.
Mr. Brightside.
Read My Mind. Remember Read My Mind at all?
I don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I was a little worried going into this album. I was like, it kind of seems like it came like after their period of, I don't know, good stuff. Like I just
They were tapped out.
I had just never heard of this album really, and I was like, I didn't have high expectations, but I thought the first track was strong.
I did too.
I liked the first track.
Yeah.
Yep.
It might have been my favorite.
Really?
Me too, man. It was. It was.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not
It
going
was
to say it
different.
went all downhill from there, but it started strong, man. This opener, I was like, I think I'm gonna actually like this album.
Yeah, I was pleased with it.
A lot going on too. You had horns in there, strings, bells.
Yeah. How much of that do they actually use though, and how much of it was the synth?
I would think that's all synth, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, and I couldn't find anything on the credits.
Oh, I mean, I could see them having like an actual, like orchestra or something.
I could too.
Because
Not ruling it out.
They're a major band. They can probably afford that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, their synths on this album for sure.
Yeah. All over for sure.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the additional musicians list, and it looks like they had a sax player on track 1.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe that was it.
Yeah. So maybe everything else was synth, because additional percussion and sax, those are the only two like actual people that were added into, unless some of the actual members of the band play those instruments, which may be.
That's possible, because it doesn't really tell you what they play on the on the track. I'm sure I could find out with some investigation. They're a four-piece band.
Yeah. I know Dave Kooning is the guitar. And is it Brandon Flowers who's the okay? Yeah, he's the singer.
I've always liked his voice.
Yeah.
I thought, I mean, I haven't listened to the Killers in a while, and this first track, I don't know if y'all remember the song by Big Data, "Dangerous."
No,
I don't.
That track,
I do not.
This reminded me so much of that. Like, it sounded almost identical to me, which I like that song, so I like this track naturally.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know Big Data.
Yep, have to check it out.
Yeah.
Like I said, this song got me pretty pumped for what was to come after, and then Human just kind of threw me right on the ground.
If you've ever wondered what a Bruce Springsteen performance at a rave sounded like, Human is the answer. Oh my God. The clicky guitar riff, the mumbling vocals, like it was. This was a rough one. This was a rough follow-up.
So poppy.
Poppy. It's an interesting description, Springsteen at a rave.
Yeah.
I'd pay to see that.
I would too, actually. For to lull.
He's already sweaty enough,
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Seriously.
Human kind of sucked, man.
I was not a fan.
Yeah.
I was not a fan. And
definitely not.
Even if you take out the infamous lyric, "Are we human or are we dancer?" It's still kind of a dull song.
Oh man,
dang!
That's
yeah. It's a rough one.
Yeah, I could glaze right on past that track.
Sure.
Yeah.
How about a Spaceman? Slightly
more fun than Human, I thought. Kind of got a little warpy and trippy during the bridge, and I thought that the chanting they brought in to complement Flowers' voice, I thought was a nice touch. I think this song's fine.
One thing I noticed, and it stood out to me on this song, the percussion on this album is pretty heavy. Like the drums are, I don't know. I don't know. They seem like they belong with a heavier genre. I like it. I mean, it works, but it's, I think, to the point of being a dance rock album kind of thing. I think having strong percussion is instrumental in that. And I like that, though. It works. The song felt real 80s to me, too.
Yes.
Kind of a fun feel to it.
Yeah, it was kind of good, like, kind of pump up, feel good music.
Yeah.
And I'm not always into it, but I was like, this is a solid, Killers track. I guess I kind of have like a soft spot for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nostalgia there for sure. Like,
Oh
I'd,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd
Oh,
say
yeah.
they were one of my favorite bands. Like when I was, in middle school, high school. Like one of my favorite like contemporary bands.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Would I remember you being pretty big into them, Travis?
Yeah, I saw him
Yeah,
at
yeah.
I guess it was Nokia at the time.
Uh-huh.
Did you go to that with me?
No.
Okay. I can't remember. I think it was like the Killers and Slayer or something.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm
Wow.
kidding. I'm kidding.
What a combo.
I think Slayer had played there like the week prior or something.
Yeah. Somebody saw their names and were like, those bands sound similar.
Slayer, Killer. Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. Did y'all get a little bit of a Dave Matthews vibe on that song Joyride?
This might have been my favorite song on the album.
Really?
From the opening bass line alone.
It's super funky.
It is. It is.
I like the bass line.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They brought the saxophone back. I mean,
Dude, tripping Billies, man.
Dave Matthews.
Billy. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the feel I got.
They've got some hand drum during the chorus. I think the lyrics are pretty silly and a little dumb, but musically it's such a fun song that I was willing to overlook that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe towards the beginning a little bit of a Dave Matthews flashback.
Oh yeah.
We covered that pretty recently. It's still fresh.
Indeed.
The nostalgia of just getting turds rained on you through the bridge. Just looking to the sky to just be
oh my god,
shattered
those
on.
poor people. They just wanted to see the Chicago River.
I don't know if they were upset about it, honestly.
I think this song Joyride is actually about that boat trip.
Those people didn't know they were out for the greatest joyride of their lives when they hopped on that boat. How about a Dustland fairy tale?
Very, very somber.
Very ballady is what I said.
Yeah. It's Graham, you mentioned nostalgia. I mean, I think this song is about Flowers' parents, and there's a lot of that. I think Travis hit it with ballad. There's a lot of longing in the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
That light keyboard at the very beginning, just creating this kind of sort of saddish ambient tone. I don't know.
Piano vocal
duo. Yeah. It stands out because of that. I don't think this was one of the high points of the album for me, but what did y'all think?
No.
I liked it because it kind of reminded me of like an older Killer song.
Okay.
Like I remember kind of liking some of their ballads. I mean, it wasn't by any means like a great song. Like it didn't. It stood out after the. I don't know. Maybe after the first track, it was my like second favorite.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just, I think I don't know. I like I mentioned before, I'm a big fan of the guy's voice. Flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But yes, very much a ballad and kind of sentimental.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of breaks the poppy mold they had going.
Yeah. That they have a lot of songs that feel very suited for like a concert, like very kind of stadium rock.
Get everybody involved.
Yeah, and I could definitely picture this one,
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
for singing along too.
Yeah. Kind of bring the lights down and whatever the kids do these days.
Snort some Addy and light some candles.
yeah, probably.
Wow. How about that harpsichord sim and This Is Your Life?
Harpsichord sim?
That's what I thought it was. Like a simulator. Like a
Oh.
harpsichord synth.
Oh, yeah, it is some kind of synthy, yeah, a little bit of a harpsichord tone to it.
Yeah.
Then the little chant.
Yeah, that was a new sound for the Killers, and I'd never heard them do a chant like that.
Yeah.
I thought the
Speaking of
song
that,
was very generic, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just it didn't do much for me.
Oh yeah. There's that quick bass line at the start. It had me a little excited. I was like,
Same.
"Oh, this could be fun!" And it just
Same.
kind of the guitar riff is so basic, and
Yeah.
I not much that broke the mold for me on this one.
It had the right setup. It just
Yeah, it
didn't
did.
follow through.
Yeah,
For me.
I was ready to have fun with it.
Yeah, yeah, it sounded like it was going to be this really like epic, grand. I don't know. There was a lot going on in this song, but yeah, it fell flat for me as well. Just kind of generic.
That's the. It's weird. I think it really is a flatliner for me because I mean I can't stay. I listened to this one twice when I was going through the album because it was so. This was the most unexpected song on this album. I thought.
Yeah,
it doesn't surprise me since you like Joyride so much. I could see this also being a track you liked.
I think I like
kind of
Joyride
an island
more.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, you've got what? Harp, sax, steel drums.
Yeah.
Acoustic scratching.
Yeah, it turns into like a smooth, shuffly dance number, and you've got like some marimba and some xylophone. This song is all over the place.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I could see that.
Yeah, this kind of started the last half of the album, I guess. Because
the laugh half.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I feel like I had to go back and like listen to the second half of the album because like after I got finished with it, I'm like, man, I don't really remember many of these tracks. Like they didn't really stick with me.
Yeah. Yep.
I felt the same way on these last couple ones. Like, pretty much have okay track in the notes of every single one.
Oh, yes.
I could do with or without, I mean, Neon Tiger.
Yeah.
Poppy. Okay track.
It's oh man. I think Neon Tiger has the worst lyrics on the album.
Yeah.
Just it's so oh god.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite worst lyrics from it?
No, I don't want to go into it, man. I mean, the name of the song itself is just kind of like gibberish, and it's just it's like they were trying to be like kind of weird and distinctive, and it just falls. It sounds like something you Photoshop at like a marketing meeting with like a bunch of soulless salesmen, like for the name of the song.
Wow,
dude.
And it just doesn't feel organic at all.
Come on, girls and boys, everyone make some noise.
Yeah, I know. Yes, God dang it! I didn't want to go into it.
We had to.
There's just nothing to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got nothing to add on that track.
Yep. Yep.
About the world for me. I like the vocals on this one a lot, though.
I'm trying to think of how I would describe that like intro.
It's kind of cinematic. It's very airy and atmospheric. Just crazy synth all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The chanting in the background certainly adds to that.
It showed promise, and then
I
don't know.
I think this is. I think the song is still okay for me, but I don't.
Okay, track for sure.
This is not one of the high points on the listing for me.
Yeah,
dude. Do you have anything else to add to that one?
Nope.
No. It starts off kind of with this tension that I really, thought was going to go somewhere, but then just kind of turned generic. Yeah.
You know what this is shaping up to be, what it reminds me of?
What?
Y'all know what I'm going to say.
Maybe Woodstock 99?
No. The sensation I got from The Cure, the pornography album, how it's like everything just built and then just never took me anywhere.
Right. Oh, yeah. Man.
This last track, Good Night, Travel Well, my first note, shaping up to be good based on the intro.
Yes. Yes.
And then I end with decent closer. It's like it had it. I don't know. This track was okay though. I liked it better than a lot of the stuff that came before it.
I'd agree it wasn't a bad closer, like all things considered. I was reminded a little bit of. Do y'all remember Climbing Up the Walls?
Yes.
There's like a. Did you get that vibe at all?
I'm going to say no, just because that was one of my favorite tracks from
right.
OK Computer.
Oh, that's right.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to go listen to it again. Maybe so.
Yeah, you should, because I was like, man, there's like a very like, it almost seems like they were into that song and they were like, oh, because there's a drum sound that sounds a lot like it.
I really enjoyed the drum sound.
Yeah.
I did make note of that. Yeah. Very laid back. Very laid back.
Right.
Horns return.
I mean, it's laid back, but also kind of got some like darkness to it.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Darkside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just can't move past that song. The Killers just never got out from under its shadow.
No. They set the bar too high too soon.
That is definitely the first song I remember of the Killers.
Same. First one I think of.
Yeah, I mean, the opener and the closer, I think were high points for me on this album.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, man. Y'all, what'd y'all think? I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Overall, like, there are a few tracks on here that I was like, okay, I'm into it, and it kind of gives me some nostalgia for the old, the middle school dance or whatever, or listening to iPods and
iPads.
Yeah, the iPod.
God.
So with the nostalgia factor, how are you rating it?
I was gonna give it like a 6.
That's exactly what I was gonna give it.
Yeah, because I didn't hate it.
I
always a good thing. Yeah, I would say I'm actually I think I'm okay notching this one at 7 because I think I did like more songs than I disliked. And at the very least, the ones that I didn't like, I don't think any of these songs overstay their welcome. I think Travis made a great point though that a lot of these songs probably would have been better had they gone on longer. But all in all, I mean, I think listening to this album, even taking out like the nostalgia for the Killers and all that brings back, I still think this is a really enjoyable album to listen to. I think this is fun, solid
It is.
music, and
It's easy
yeah,
listening, definitely.
yeah, in a good way. And
Yeah.
I'd have no problem recommending it to really anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Music's a good time. Good time with this album.
Yeah. I would agree. One point I'd like to make, in terms of like dance rock, if I was going to recommend something, I think I'd probably go. I'd recommend something like The Bravery. I think for somebody that likes this style, like dance rock kind of stuff, because it's real. I'm sure you guys noticed like a lot of the drum beats and this stuff. It's like the kick. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not like kick snare, kick snare. It's kick, 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 kick.
Yes.
That kind of disco beat feel, which I think The Bravery did really, really, really well. Because I like that kind of music, and that's, to me, it's less synth based. It's more rock. If you're going to call it dance rock, it's I think they do it better personally at this time, because they're around the same time. They're mid 2000s.
I do remember The Bravery, but I don't remember like a single song, honestly. I might have to go check it out, but yeah, I got those kind of dance beat vibes for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I've really heard of dance rock, but I know that that's a genre.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, yeah, I don't know what how exactly to categorize this, because it does kind of go into ballads and kind of stadium rock. It's not something that the kids would probably dance to in the club.
No.
This is not club rock.
Yeah.
If there is such a thing, club rock.
Yeah.
Like a club rock band.
Go to the abandoned warehouse and listen to the new Killers album.
Are they still? They're still touring, right? They're still putting out albums.
I think so.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. There's several recent releases. Pressure Machine. Abridged. That's in parentheses. And Imploding the Mirage, which has a cool album cover. And
nice.
so did this one. It was real pretty. Did y'all like this album cover?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Let me go look at it.
Looks like a little
yeah, it does look nice. It does look like a mosaic.
Yeah.
Might have to do my backsplash that way. Well, yeah. You guys have anything else to add, or?
That's all I've got on a Day and Age.
Awesome.
I like the name too. I like the name of this album. I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, not to dwell on The Bravery. So this came out in 2008, Day and Age. I think The Bravery dropped The Sun and the Moon in 2008 as well. Maybe it was 2007. Oh, no, it was 2008. Just thought that was kind of funny. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're saying it's... What about it being released in 2008?
They're both released in 2008.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, just that was an absolutely useless bit of information for you.
No.
No, hey, that's what we're here for. You know,
Random fact of the day.
True. Hey,
2
gotta
album
give our
names from the
requester
same year with the
their
word
time for us.
"and" in them. All right.
All right. Well, if you're still with us, thank you so much for stopping by. As always, share the episode, subscribe to our channel, just talk about us. You know, we're 3 different ones, and we do this a lot. So come back to see us. We'll see you.